Now, we gonna see what's gonna happen now. It's me. It's the government.
It came up like that again.
It's the government and the satellite. We just let it do what it's doing, baby. Swipe left, slide to the left, slide to the right.
We say slide to the left.
Now slide back, baby.
Okay.
Cha-cha now, y'all. Now just wait a minute, give it a minute. It's the book of faces.
That's what it is.
It's the book of faces. It's me. That's what it is. Vera Smalls, that's what it is. Chantel, that's what it is.
I
Elder.
never have no problem.
In me. Because it's
Like
the
me
world
some
now
baby.
called Chronicles. Ain't that it? It's called Chronicles. It's just this Jameliah Gooden. This is what it is. Someone said, take two. What's up, Leary? How you doing? God bless you. Someone said, I am here. Christina Jarrett said, I am here. Lucy is here. Click tag and share because we about to make somebody mad because
Lucy Lou.
they messing with us. Lucy, Fred, what's Moxtails?
That's who made the oxtail?
Glory to God, she does. I don't eat meat, but they say her oxtails is off the chain. Lisa
Lucy.
Sanders, God bless you.
Lucy the one made the oxtail.
Bring me church. Bring me church. Jamaica's in the house. Shelly Ann Dixon, God bless you all. God bless you. Love you both. Go on, click tag and share. We going to with Michelle Smith. My favorite couple, the Goodens. What's going on?
Love
Raina. What's up, fam? Corey
up,
said,
Corey?
how you doing? We gonna see what's gonna happen right now. I want you to click.
April Williams.
Someone said, let's get it, let's get it. And the Shay said it, well, let's get it. Anika,
Yep.
God bless you, Anika. Merrick, how are you? Let's get it. That's right. Delon Martin. Delon, your name is D. Martin, because if I can't pronounce your name, you get a nickname. Vicky Walker is on here. She says, we are back. That's right, we are back. Demosha Shadin is on here. Her name is D.
Right.
D-Motion. First Lady Shelly Mitchell, God bless you. Harriet Hunt, it says realist, woman of God, man of God, God bless you.
Thank you.
FYE Brown, Sinceria, what's going on? God bless you. How are you? Lucy said, I got you, Pastor. She said she got you. We get ready to go into a deep conversation. Minister Stephanetta is on here. Click, tag, and share. The AP, the Re-Warrior said. And so here we go. Sherrod Williams, I love you too. We love you too. So we're in the middle of cleaning our house because we've been running and we've been celebrating. And I like to say, look at Kenya. Hi, Kenya. Hey, sister. Hey. I got to give my sister a shout out. Dr. Miller, God bless you. How are you? Rufus, God bless you. So we get ready to have a deep conversation. So we are cleaning house because on behalf of everybody, again, happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
And Fred's birthday coming up.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, we still celebrating.
Awesome.
We're celebrating so much. We're celebrating Juneteenth. We're celebrating just every father in the world. Someone said, come on now with this good word. I'm coming, Michelle. Don't rush us. So we're going to discuss pain chasers. Yeah. If you don't know the dialogue, then you missed the dialogue. And I kind of missed the dialogue today because we were cleaning. And down below, I asked a very pertinent question. And Fred and I had this conversation during our pillow talk last night.
Thank you. Somebody said they liked the video.
You do? Thank you. And yeah, you did that, baby. Hey, Mother Lord Jackson, you did that. Blackfish in the sky. Your blackfish in the sky.
This is my number one.
Y'all
Video
get
chick.
ready. I'm his video vixen. Let me know.
Vixen chick.
Only twerking is being done is in our home. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. But I am going to tell you, please look forward to Catharsis because it'll be dropping soon. And you could go to iTunes.
July 10th.
And you could download the music. So please, 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 please get yourself ready. Catharsis is going to be off the chain. In fact, speaking of catharsis, it's so many emotions are going through this post that I post about pain chasers.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand. During our pillow talk last night, we were conversing about people who chase pain. And a lot of times you don't even know that you're addicted to pain, but you are. I'm praying for everyone that's saying, please pray for my family, whatever the question or comments are concerning someone praying. I do pray, and so does my husband. And so you have to understand that there are people all over the world who don't realize that you are pain chasers. This means that you are individuals who are addicted to being treated not so well. These are individuals who don't realize that you are duped or stuck in something that you can't untie the knot because pain has got you bound or tied up and tangled.
Right.
And so the pain chasers that are on here right now, I need you to please click tag and share, because we want to talk about that. We want to talk about why people are addicted to pain or have gotten themselves to the place where they feel like they can't live without someone or something that keeps causing them pain. And so if I could do this, I could say strange addictions. So there is a strange addiction to pain. And there are people going up the timeline. They're crying right now. Fred, I don't have a tissue, but I'm going to do it this way. So let me ask you a question, and we're going to interact before we start to converse. Why do you feel there are people who are addicted to pain? Meaning this. I'm not talking about nobody that want to be tied up.
Right.
I'm not talking about bondage.
Yes.
I'm not talking about all those things that you watch on TV or may know that goes on somewhere around the world. We're not talking about that. We're talking about everyday people who are in toxic relationships, and they're so addicted to it until they feel like it's normal or they can't get out.
Yeah.
We're talking about people who are, you know good and well that the person doesn't love you, but you keep going back to them anyway. They even leave you, and you become so heartbroken until you feel you can't live without someone that consistently causes you pain, unnecessary pain. They don't love you. They don't even like you. You are in their life for a specific reason, which means they don't love you. You're a necessity. You are the individual that's connected to them because of finances.
Yeah, because they need something.
Because they need something. They don't need your love. They just need some sort of substance because they feel like they cannot make it on their own. And why should they?
Yeah,
they don't have to go anywhere because of you.
Yeah, you're an asset to their existence.
Exactly. So I'm gonna ask you again. Why do you think this is? People are crying, and I'm gonna say, let me get my tissue, because I want to dry your eyes. And it's going to be okay, but it's up to you. I'm going to say that again. It's going to be okay. I'm drying your eyes, everyone that's crying, because we stepped on your toes. But you need this. So I'm drying everyone that's giving those emoji tears. And I'm going to tell you it's going to be okay. It's up to you, though.
Right. It's up to you. One thing I can say about an addiction, because now, and I'm just talking about the word addiction from the standpoint of seeing it from drug abuse, right? And the addictions seem to be the same. You know, the addiction makes you look crazy. The addiction takes you out of character. The addiction shows the worst side of you ever. But every time that you get a hit or a dose of what you're addicted to, you somehow feel alive. And even though it causes you pain, you would rather deal with the pain just for a moment than not be without it. You know, it's almost primarily the same thing when dealing with addictions. Somebody feels alive because of the pain. And when the pain ain't there, now the pain gone. The pain is out your life. Pain is nowhere around, right, baby? The pain is gone. But because you have been so used of being in pain, you would rather pull it back and go all the way back and bring it all the way back just so you can feel that thing all over again.
Okay, someone said, I think it was Jameliah, he said childhood trauma. Now let me help you with that.
It can be.
It can be childhood trauma, that you've customized your emotions to that normal. Childhood trauma can customize your emotion to that normal.
Yeah.
That means I seen abuse, so I don't know anything else. Watch this. My sister's on here. My husband is next to me. We grew up in abuse, but we had to make a conscious decision what we will deal with and what we will not. Understand, this is my truth. My sister tell you she got her truth. I got mine. All of us got our own. But I'm going to give you my truth. She'll tell her own. But I know she don't take no mess. But watch this. I wasn't good at relationships. I'm going to tell you why. Because I was so used to seeing abuse, I could identify what I wasn't going to take. So I allowed myself to say, nah.
She grew up with a nigga no. Nigga no.
Did we say we weren't going to say that word?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But listen, it's ninja nah.
Ninja no.
Ninja nah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
But what he's saying is, I grew up with an understanding.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't taking that.
You had to understand that you ain't have no understanding.
No, I had an understanding. Now, I have a quota. And what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit back and take something that I knew that wasn't right. That's not going to work for me.
Right.
So in my past, if you came at me wrong, oh, nah, it's a problem. So I immediately got out of something because I did not want to embrace unhealthy because I knew what it was from the door. Now, my sister's the same way. Yo, we don't play that. Where you act up is where you get beat up. We don't play that. And so, but there's another woman down the street.
Gotta take it.
That will take it. Because what she has done down the street is she might have seen abuse, but she said, no, this is normal for somebody to mistreat me.
Yeah.
It also has a lot to do with how you feel about yourself.
Yeah. You know what, baby? I was thinking about the episode of Shy last night, right? And how the mayor.
That's our show.
Yeah, that's our show, the Shy. And how he all of a sudden talked to the woman dirty.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she took it.
Yeah.
An abuse. You get the step in.
Yeah.
If
you don't like it, you can, bam, bam, bam. But this is the thing about an abuser always sets you up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And what we saw last night is, he had wined and dined and did all of these things, and all of a sudden she said something he didn't agree with it, and he's like, bam, and you can, an abuser always sets you up to break you. And the starting point of what we saw was an abuser setting the person up. Because now, if she could take that, guess what she's finna take after that? She finna take something else.
So what you're saying is, abusers set the stage for you not to walk off. I'm going to say that again. An abuser will set the stage for you not to walk off. Meaning this. A young lady that I spoke to. Woo, she favor going to be good in Atlanta. But I'm telling you, a young lady that I was talking to, she said the reason why she stayed in such toxic behavior is because of the trinkets. Another young lady said the reason why she stayed.
I love that. Honesty.
Yeah, she was honest. Another young lady that a lot of people threw me under the bus because I told her that I wasn't going to talk to her anymore. She said that the eggplant was good. And she stayed because they had a good sex life.
Yeah.
I am saying to you, no matter what it is, if you have customized your emotions to receive abuse, there is something seriously wrong with you. You have to get help because something or someone told you that in order for me and you to get along, you've got to allow me to abuse you, and you got to be okay with the mistreatment. When you say okay, I'm okay with you handling me like I'm the dirt under your shoe, they get worse.
Oh, most definitely.
This is another thing. I need you to click tag and share. Because I need to go a little bit deeper. Just a tiny bit. That bit. A lot of people that I've spoken to recently, especially these young girls. I'm 50. I am 50 years old.
And fabulous.
Thank you kindly, sir. I am 50 years old. I've spoken to a lot of young girls who are now getting involved with very aggressive men, abusers, but even some that are not physically abusive, but they're emotionally abusive. They're financially abusive. Their tone is harsh, but you're taking it as he's protecting me. Because you can't.
Oh, he's a man's man.
Right.
Like
because you can't differentiate
what
what protection really looks like.
Right.
And so you keep running after the wrong guy because you're saying in your mind, I'm running after a protector, but you don't run after a protector. A protector stands still to protect you. So I think a lot of times what happens is women and men They always want what's bad for
I'm
them.
so glad you said that, because as men, I don't know what they use. I ain't no emoji dude, so I don't know what they use for the woman in the eggplant. But it's dudes stay in abusive relationships and the dumbest stuff you ever seen for the same reason. And they'll take anything, and they'll give the trinkets. So I think some people, because they have never been treated right.
Okay.
Right? I think sometimes because you haven't experienced what a functional relationship is and what being treated right is, till you really don't know what it is. So your normal is your normal until you experience something else. I've said that to you now.
But can I say something seriously, babe?
Just saying.
Ouch is a word.
It is.
Ouch is a word. O-U-C-H. That's how you spell it, right? Ouch is a word. Okay. The liquid things that run out of your face, that's watery substance, indicates that something is wrong.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Before we clicked on here and I stumped my toe on the chair, that was pain. Ouch, pain. And anything that you want to put in these comment sections to let you know that something is wrong is an indication that you're uncomfortable.
Right.
So the question now is, why isn't the light bulb going off? That's the question. When you are faced with someone that makes you feel uncomfortable, that should be a clear indication that something is wrong. Right. Now, here we go. Let's say, and I am going to say that you never mirror yourself after someone else because you don't know what's going on in their household. Period. However, I do believe that if you mirror yourself somewhat or pattern yourself somewhat, that means you know what's going on in their household. You know when the lights go off in never mind Facebook, never mind social media, you know without a shadow of a doubt they got a good marriage, right, or they really are friends, or they do really love each other.
Right.
Yes, therapy. Yes, therapy. Yes, therapy. Yes, therapy. I get it. Even if that is the case, you know that something is wrong. You know it. They smoking too much. They drinking too much. They on drugs. Something is a clear indication that this is not right. Sometimes that person will leave you, and your whole life will shatter because they did you a favor. The favor is they decided that they don't want you no more for whatever reason being, and you keep finding yourself
chasing the pain,
running after pain after pain.
Wow.
And every indication that this person is not good for you is clear and present, but danger.
Yeah.
Therapy, yes, I'm saying therapy. Let me tell you something. I spoke to somebody last night. Let me drink my tea first. If I told you this conversation and I said to her with my heart broken, I'm sorry, I gotta hang up. I apologize, but I have to hang up. And I'm gonna tell you why I did this. I did this for several reasons, because one, I had to protect my peace. I did this for several reasons because I've been speaking to this young lady for years about the same individual, about the same situation. Her therapist no longer wants to talk to her. Neither does the support system, because she refuses to live without this individual. And this individual has clearly moved on, lived with someone else, and decides, I don't want you. And she takes her life and she has shut down her whole life because she rather that. And the pain, the trauma, the abuse, the drug addiction, and everything. She has lost everything and everybody, but can't move forward because she's coiled up, because she feels, I will never have anyone, and I can't say love you like this. This ain't love. I'm going to grow old by myself. That was the excuse. So I'm saying there's got to be something deeper that even therapy, yes, Jesus, I get it, but there's something deeper that people don't understand, that anytime you cannot free yourself from heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching, toxic behavior, I believe that there is something deeper there, and I think it's mental.
Hey,
that's what I think.
And I mean, and
It's
there's no other
mental.
way to look at it, because that pain, what you're saying is that pain and the comfort of that pain
It's
makes
mental.
me live.
Yeah.
I can't live without it because the comfort of that pain makes me live. So I need that pain back. Now, because this is the thing, you talking about something that can cause you hell
Yeah.
from all the time you've been with it. And so when we come into these type of places, we have to look inwardly. No, something wrong with the abusers, but it's something wrong with me if I keep chasing after and keep pulling after something that's beating me up.
I think sometimes, and I think that you can have all the therapy and more. I think there's a psychological thing, because people who have, unfortunately, this is a mental health check for a lot of us. I think people who are so addicted to pain, they don't realize how addicting it is to them. It's almost like you got to have the cupcake. You got to have the whatever it is. If people always talk about substances being addiction, they're pain addiction. That means that
Real pain.
no,
addiction.
seriously. Have you ever met? I mean, I've met people, and they say, "Well, he don't love me." Well, why he don't love you? Because he punched me in the. Why? What kind of buffoonery? You must be out of your mind. Now, this is my truth.
Yeah.
I don't mind being transparent. If it's gonna help somebody, so be it. I never will forget where my mother was. My mother's I'm 5'3". My mother's smaller than I. She was like 5 feet. She was like Keisha Daniels tiny. And I never will forget where I got up in the middle of the night. And when I got up in the middle of the night, I went and I heard this wrestling noise. So I ran to the front of the house. And what I did is I saw my mother. She had a lavender shirt with a lavender skirt, and she had a bow tie. And her bow tie, it was kind of big. But I saw my father pick her up over the sink. He picked her up over the sink, and he threw her from the kitchen to the yellow room, which was like the dining room. He threw her. And when he threw her and she fell, she stumbled up. And as I was going to try to come to her aid, she looked back and she said, "James, if you're going to beat me, please don't beat me in front of the kids." That's what my mother said. She said, "James, if you're going to beat me, then don't beat me in front of the kids." What she was saying is, if you're going to do this, don't let the kids see it. No, it's not okay. And I think even with my case growing up, and the reason why I become such an advocate, like, you don't have to deal with abuse, is that you have to understand there's a deeper rooted thing inside of you to make you feel like this is okay. I think, and even trying to dissect what was going on in my mother's life, one of the things that she said in front of my aunts one day, she said, "At least I have a husband. At least I have a husband." And so I'm saying to people that even if you feel like you're not going to have anyone, it's better to be by yourself than to be with somebody that's going to mistreat you. Even if you're a man, it's better that you just hang out with the boys than to be with somebody that's going to abuse you. Stop chasing these unhealthy, toxic relationship and then calling me and my husband and saying, "Pray for us."
Man,
No.
what's the
I'm
one thing
not.
that we say now?
I'm going to pray that you get help.
Yeah, the one thing that me and my wife say all the time, boy, we gonna be happy. It's crazy to stay into something existing just to do it.
Right.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Why would you stay in a situation where you in pain and they probably don't want to be there? So this is the thing. You want them to come back, but you know they really don't want to be there. And you know that the way that they're treating you, they're treating you this way. And listen, when they come back, they're going to treat you even worse.
Because you let them do it. Because, and that's what happens. If somebody leaves you, they really did you a favor. But if you allow them to come back,
oh my God,
they're going to treat you worse than they have done before. Because by you're letting them come back, what you're saying is, that was okay for you to handle me that way.
Yeah.
That was okay for you to abandon me. It was okay for you to abuse me. This is not okay.
So it's going to be some greater lines that's going to be crossed.
Exactly.
They come back in there, it's going to be some greater, that person don't really go, whether man or woman, they're going to really do what they want to do.
Right.
They really gonna handle you.
Right.
Because you've shown them a weakness, and you've shown them that you want them regardless of whatever they have done. Now, an abuser already know. They know what they've done. They know how they treated you. They know whether it was by word or by deed. They know what's happened. So when you beg them to come back, oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Look, someone said soul ties. Soul ties, baby, untie the knot. I think sometimes you have to really, of course, you get help. I'm saying we're not the type of pastor to tell you don't get therapy.
Please
Get help. No, I'm going to go deeper. There's a difference between a psychiatrist and a therapist. Some people need a psychiatrist. You need someone that can administer some medication to help you with what you're dealing with. I'm going to be honest with you. Therapy is good, but some of y'all need a psychiatrist. That means you need someone that's going to administer something to you.
You need some meds.
Yeah, you need something, because when you become so engrafted in abuse until you can't see the normalcy and smiling, and it's okay. And let me tell you, for one good day you have, you got 50,000 bad days. For one good day you have, you got 50,000 bad days. No, it's not okay. You lose everything. You're going to lose some friends. You're going to lose some family members. You're going to lose some siblings. You're going to lose your money, and you're about to lose your mind because you can't see past what you want.
You know, one of the most serious things, baby, is, you know, and I always talk about this, and we probably talk about this for the rest of our life, but when you came in my life, right? I think about the time, because we're talking about a therapist and a psychiatrist. You know, of course, I'm definitely not saying I needed a psychiatrist, but a therapist, probably could have used one.
Yeah.
I had not smiled or really laughed.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Months.
Okay.
I smirked.
Yeah.
Faked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gave people an indication of what they needed to pass me by. But I had not laughed or I had not really smiled until my wife spoke to me the first time, right? And I want you to hear this past us.
Right.
I want you to hear the fact that there's something wrong if you ain't laughed and smiled over 90 doggone days. You hear me? It is something mentally wrong if you have not laughed or smiled. My mama said,
Yeah, she did.
I don't know who he was talking to, but I heard him laugh from his gut. What my mother was saying was, I don't know who he was talking to, but whoever he is talking to have brought something out that I have not seen or heard in a long time because of the trauma that he was up under at that time. So you got to realize you might be hearing this because it ain't always physical abuse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, it's some abuses are stuff you just need to disconnect from, and you don't know how to disconnect from it. So I say this to somebody that is watching us right now. Man, if you ain't really laughed, if you have not laughed and you have not smiled, really, and I'm talking about really, not them fake smirks, and no, in over 90 days, over 4 months, you need some help.
I want you to do something. Everyone that's on here, I want you to click, tag, and share. Put it in someone's inbox that needs this. I want you to pay attention to laughter. The Bible says a merry heart is good like medicine. It is medicine, in fact. And the reason why I like to make people laugh is because I give you a daily dose of what you probably are not getting at home. And I say this, I think that people need to pay attention if you are laughing. Let's have a laugher meter. I want you to write down whoever you're connected to, whatever you're connected to, whether it's friend, family, associations, whatever. Have a laugh meter. I want you to have a private diary or private calendar of how many times you laugh versus how many times you've cried. I'm going to say this. Get you a calendar. Write down how many times you have laughed versus how many times you've cried. And if you could look at the fact that you're doing more crying than laughter, you got a problem here. You got a problem. If you are standing in the parking lot and you're like, I'm going to stay out here because I don't want to go home, you got a problem on your hand.
Got a problem.
If you are afraid to go home, you got a problem on your hand. I'm going to give you another project to do. Go out with some friends who are healthy. Go out with some people who don't have the issue that you got going on around you. Go out with some friends that ain't doing that. And watch how different you feel. Let me do you one better. Take one day. Just one day. Or if you can't get away for a day, take about 2 hours and go somewhere quiet or around someone different than what you used to.
That's powerful.
And if you feel a little bit of relief and peace, it's time to do something. I believe a lot of issues that a lot of people who are on here have is fear. I think some people feel the fear of, I don't know how I'm going to do this by myself. But you can.
I'm glad you said that.
I think there are people who are dealing with fear because the word of God said we can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But let's be real. Everybody don't believe like that. It could be people who are on here right now that don't even know who the Lord is. And I hope you find out by following us. However, let me talk you from the perspective of just simple strength. Sometimes you just need strength to just say, all right, at some point in time, I got to do something, because if I continue on like this, it's not going to end well. So the fear that you have for the other person, have it for yourself. That I feel that the fear that I have for this individual, I am going to lose myself. Someone said, it's time. I am going to tell you, writing is amazing. I don't write like I used to. I don't write like I used to. But writing is amazing, where you could somehow just write down something that you've got to do to make you better.
Yeah.
I don't do bucket lists.
Yeah.
I don't do bucket lists, because a bucket list means that I've got to do this before I die. Like, you know when that's going to happen. Yeah. Right? How about you have to do something called an incentive list, that by the end of the day, I have to have this done. At the end of this hour, I got to make a move. Sometimes what you've got to do is you got to be accountable that you not only allow this to happen to you, but you're allowing it to continue
to happen,
because you're not having enough fear for yourself to move better from where you are. It's called a good sense of relief. Get one today. Don't let fear put you in a position that I'm going to go back to the person that hurt me. You're a pain chaser. Don't let your fear tell you that I'm growing old. Don't let your fear tell you that maybe I can change them. Maybe I can get them back. Why are you fighting to get a person back that clearly is not fighting for you?
Because you're still alone.
I don't like to use the word alone.
Or lonely. You still by yourself. How about that?
I don't even like to use that word, because this great comedian that I love named Robin Williams said something so profound. He said, you have no idea what it's like to be in a sea of a lot of people, but yet feel like you're alone.
Definitely.
And Robin Williams said that. And unfortunately, he's not here to really express what he meant. However, I believe that people build loneliness to mass loneliness, meaning this. There are people who push good people away because of fear. They push good friends away, good communication, there are people who don't even leave the house.
Yeah.
And so you're creating a space of loneliness for whatever reason you're doing this. And even people who are with people who are not good for them, you create a loneliness, because you're allowing them to come and go. Yeah. You allow them to do what they want to do, say what they want to see, kick you down a flight of stairs, pick you up, throw you down another flight of stairs, and then say, oh, I love you.
Right.
You're creating such an unhealthy pattern until it's going to be hard for you to escape it.
Yeah. And you're still experiencing the same thing. You're still experiencing the same thing in that space. I
think people have to, if I could pass out therapy all day and a good psychiatrist, they even have it today that if you don't want to go see a psychiatrist, you could do it on your phone.
Right.
You could go, God bless you, Apostle Brown, you could actually go see a psychiatrist on your phone. If you're afraid to leave your house, you could download an app to have therapy, psychiatrist, life coach, whatever you got to do to move from where you are to stop this crazy chasing. You chasing somebody who doesn't want you. These jokers done moved on, moved in with somebody else. They with somebody else, and you feel like you ain't
living.
You ain't living. You weren't living before.
You ain't living. I'm not living if I'm not with them.
You wasn't living before. So what are you doing right now? Stop letting people keep you bound.
I think when you come to a healthy place, that real pain that you've gone through will teach you a lesson. And it's almost like when you like stumping your toe with this chair. That's one thing you ain't gonna never do again. If you move this chair, you're gonna move your feet.
Yeah.
And I think pain should teach us a lesson. Certain pain should tell us we should have a reaction to, you know what? That ain't gonna happen no more. I don't know how many other mistakes I'm gonna make. I don't know how many other crazy people that's gonna come in my life, friends or associates or whatever. But I tell you what, that ain't gonna happen no more. And the thing that's happening with people that's chasing pain is you're not letting pain teach you a lesson. So that's why you still think it's all right, and it's not all right. It comes to a point where you say to yourself, like, this can't happen. I'm gonna be treated like this. I'm gonna have this, and if it can't come like this, we ain't doing it.
What about people who, like I said, I mean, as much as I had to hang up, I just I had to hang up. I think you have to. I
was in agreement.
I think you have to get to the place where you let people understand that just because you choose to chase unhealthy doesn't mean that you have to take up my time. Just because you choose to chase unhealthy doesn't mean you have to take up my time. And I think you have to stop allowing people to take up your time who are not ready to stop chasing unhealthy behavior. If a person does not want you, you have to move on. And we gonna hurry up for this storm coming.
Right, because I'm like, what?
If a person don't want you, you have to move on. I'm gonna say this. Mommy is tired of talking. Daddy is tired of talking. Your good girlfriend or your bad one, your association and whatever it is, your coworker got work to do instead of you holding her up in the bathroom. They are tired. It is time that you move on. I'm going to say this again. Since you have taken up their time, let me tell you this real quick. It is time that you move on. Free yourself because they did.
Listen, when it comes to the point where you are the voice, where people start saying, man, I don't need my day to come down, it's time to change.
I'm telling you.
Come with some good news.
They moved on. They done been with somebody else.
Let's celebrate.
They done got a baby. And I'm going to tell you this before I go. And I don't care if pastors don't like it because I don't need nobody to like me right now. 12 million views is still counting. If y'all separated and y'all done been separated for 2-3 years, file them papers and free yourself and stop this foolishness. Chuck the deuces. Y'all been separated for 2, 3, 4, 11 years and y'all still ain't divorced. Stop this foolishness.
Somebody playing.
This is foolishness.
Somebody playing.
I'm separated. Well, how long you been separated? We've been separated for 4 years.
Somebody playing.
He moved out. You moved out.
Yeah.
Y'all done seen other people. Get out the way and let that person be great. You are holding people up simply because you're selfish. You're selfish. Y'all, you live. He done moved in with another woman. You done moved in with another man, and you still got his last name. If y'all don't stop this buffoonery and see God,
Satan,
rest in the Lord. Rest in the Lord and free yourself. Stop this foolishness. They're not coming back.
Amen.
They're not coming back. They're not coming back. What are you waiting for? Your dong dong, the bell gonna ring and be like, hey, how you doing? I'm back. You back with three kids you done had outside of our separation. God, Father God, in the name of Jesus, on behalf of all the people down here on this earth that we're pilgrimage and we're passing through, love is all jacked up. It's so jacked up until Love is so jacked up, and people have created what they want it to be instead of understanding what it's supposed to be.
That's good, baby.
It's not supposed to be this circus. And most people, you just sitting in hope. I hope he'll come back. Someone said, come on now. I hope she'll come back. They ain't coming back. But you holding on to hope, and some hope just need to die. Y'all not getting back together. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. You're never getting back together again. What are you doing? Stop holding that person's life up and let them be great.
Or let them, no, I ain't gonna say that.
I'm just saying, this pain chasing needs to stop. Because the only thing that you're doing, and my spiritual mother's laughing at me, the only thing that you're doing is you are holding people back from happiness because you are selfish. And you that's chasing them, you owe your kids better than what you're giving them. You owe yourself more than what you're giving yourself. And you need to go somewhere and let a therapist or a psychiatrist give you something to bring your mind at ease and let peace be still so you. This isn't making any sense at all. Anyway, that's my daughter calling me. Of course, she won't tell me about her day. So I got to give her some mommy time. Listen.
Live, baby, live.
I need you guys to stop chasing pain. Because what you chasing is ultimately going to take everything that you have left to help build you to a better place of happy that you let go a long time ago. We got to get out of here. I see y'all tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow Car Chronicles. And if you haven't seen the Car Chronicles, come on back because we miss you. We love you. We love you. We love you. What's love got to do with it, they said? I don't know.
With us, it's going to have everything to do with it.
I got that, baby. But there's some folk on here that
ain't our segment of the message.
That ain't our segment of the message.
No.
Stop chasing these people that don't want you. The biggest headache you could have is chasing after somebody that doesn't even have it in them to follow you back.
Yeah.
You in this by yourself. Yeah. And it's time to cut that off. Even the Bible said if something offends you, cut it off. I'm done. I done got a headache. Just that phone call last night. I don't know if I'll ever speak to her again after last night. I'm just saying, but I ain't doing it no more. I ain't calling her back.